Rosenbagger.
Rosenfurter.
Rowan Gardner.
What do you say?
What did he say?
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek. Joining me as always is Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And Steve.
What's up?
Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Rookie of the Year. But before we actually get into the movie, let's check out that trailer, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Mom, come on. I got a game.
Henry thinks that he's actually going to play today.
Henry Rowan Gardner had a dream.
Rowan Gardner, get it right there.
Playing in the major leagues. Only one thing
I got it.
stood in his way.
Man, he's horrible.
He was terrible. We
Reality.
know people like that.
Yeah.
Not that bad, though.
Until one day,
Ofer.
everything fell into place.
Over, yeah.
How long will he have to be in the cast?
August. And now rotate from the shoulder slowly.
What is that?
Funky butt loving.
Did he say funky butt loving?
Those tendons have healed a little tight.
Now, the kid who wasn't
I
good
love the
enough for
stretching.
Oh, what are you
Yeah.
trying to do, kid? Out show me?
Mom, watch this.
Louis is pitching
I have problems with both of those scenes, and I'll go into it later.
in
Okay.
the big leagues.
I'm the new pitcher.
Yeah.
Henry Rowan Gardner, the youngest person in history to play
I
Major
love
League
John
Baseball.
Candy.
Yes.
Where's Barry Bonds at?
What can one sixth grader do against pros like these?
Give me the good stuff.
Anything he wants.
Give them the cheese. The hot, stinky cheddar. I dare you to run. What? What's the matter? Chicken?
I'm not a chicken, you're the chicken.
This summer, the majors
Hey, pitcher.
will be answering to a minor.
Pitcher's got a big butt.
Of the year.
There's Barry.
Yep. I think that was before the steroids.
So good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Way before.
Yeah, guys.
Actually, it's probably only a year or two before, because this was 93, and then a little bit after that, he got traded to the Giants.
Yeah, guys. 93. I was only 11 years old. That was way before the steroids.
Yeah, right.
A little bit about this movie. IMDb states that when an accident miraculously gives a boy an incredible, powerful pitching arm, he becomes a major league pitcher for the Chicago Cubs.
He later grows up to date Tara Reid in American Pie.
That is true. And
He then later goes to die by the hands of Michael Myers.
Mhm. Thanks for ruining Mike's segment. But no,
Well,
this
that's a third of one.
I didn't name an actual a second movie. Yes, I did say American Pie, but there are other movies that he was in that have the name American and possibly Pie in it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, they're all terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that too.
But no, this is a fun movie. This is one of the better baseball movies in my opinion. Even with a kid in there, you get appearances by Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds. I think that's all the major league players you actually see. Real.
No, they
Pedro
just
Guerrero
go
was on.
Oh yeah,
They should-
Pedro.
Daniel
Pedro
Stern and Gary Busey.
Terrible.
Only real
Major league players.
And this is actually one of the few movies that Gary Busey didn't act totally crazy in. He was somewhat
one of three that I know of.
yeah. But oh man, it's a fun movie. It's funny. It's definitely a family movie. I love this movie. I love the way it's shot. It's not done super silly. It does have a little bit of It's just fun. I love this movie. Steve, what about you? What were your first impressions of this movie?
Oh man, I love this. 93. I was 11 years old. This came out the exact same time as Jurassic Park. Actually, it came out probably a month or two after Jurassic Park. I know this because this was the first and only movie that my parents let me sit away from them. I went to the bathroom, and then while I was in the bathroom, I walked into Jurassic Park in the theater 7 because it was getting ready to get on out of there. And apparently, I was gone so long, my parents thought something had happened. So I come walking out of theater 7. They were in theater 6, and my dad is fucking furious as hell. And they made me change seats and go back with them. And I was like, what did I do wrong? I'm 11 years old. Leave me alone. And this is also the first movie that I remember seeing like a double take. There's a scene where the mom is talking to the stepdad in the kitchen as she goes to eat a chip from a forward angle, and then they show it from behind, and she's taking a second. She's doing the chip again. And that was the first time I noticed like an editing error in a film with something like that. Other than that, Rookie of the Year it's a great fun film. It is for the family, and Thomas Ian Nicholas is totally great in it.
I agree. Mikey the Freak, how about you? What was your first impressions of this movie?
Yeah, so I was 13. Of course, I played Little League Baseball at the same time this movie came out. And I think all of us on the entire team that was pitchers wanted to have something like this happen to us so we could pitch for a major league team. Mine would have been the Braves, not the Cubs.
Right.
But yeah, it's always fun, especially growing up playing baseball and Little League. You start to kind of relate a lot to the storyline, and what I thought was cool is that he realizes at the end that it was his mom as the pitcher, not his dad, because of the family issues or dad leaving and so forth. Yeah, so which is what he said on this.
Yep.
Float it.
Oh,
Float it. Look at that.
mine's all in there.
Signed
Look at
Rookie
that.
of the Year
Look at
DVD.
Mine says
Thank you,
picture
Bearded
has.
Geek.
Yep. Mine
Thank you
says
very much
picture
for
has
that.
a big butt. That's what mine says. Mine says picture has a big
And
butt.
we used that a lot in Little League too when that came out. We used to say that all the time. No, I think it's a great movie as a kid's baseball movie. The issues that I had that I have to talk about. The second, well, let's go to the first issue. The problem I had was when they're practicing, and he says, "Henry, wait," and they say, "Mom," he goes, "Mom, watch this." It looks like, have they been playing catch the before the mother showed up? You know, because they wouldn't know how fast he was able to throw the ball before his mother showed up, right? Does that
Well,
make sense?
kind of, because they were with him when he threw it from the outfield all the way to home plate.
Okay. So basically, they haven't played. That's the first time that he was going to throw the ball, so they just drove up on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that answers my question.
No, they had possibly done it a couple times before because they had the padding and everything. Like they had already caught it at least once.
That's and I was like, well, why would they say wait when they know how fast it's going to be?
They weren't ready.
Okay. So I can answer that one. The one that I can't answer is when he first throws the ball to home plate after the guy hits a home run. So why did he slide and almost tag him and say safe?
Yeah,
that was stupid as shit.
Oh, I actually have a really good. I actually
it was
know.
terrible.
No,
have
no
answer on
I know I know the answer to this question. I legitimately do. Do you know?
Okay.
No, I legitimately know the answer.
Okay.
It's a movie.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what my point is. The accuracy was terrible on that. If you're a baseball player, you're like, why did he try to tag him?
Because the ball goes back into play. Because umpires are notoriously known for being blind. So for all he knew, that was a ball being thrown from the outfield back to home. It's a movie.
Okay,
Get over it.
I still don't give you that one. But yeah, that was the first part. I was like, why did he try to tag him when it was a home run? And he said safe. I'm like, all right. Even when I was 13, I noticed that, and I said that doesn't make sense. They should have fixed that.
It don't make sense, but I guess because no one's ever thrown a ball all the way from center field.
It was a home run.
It
doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter. Either way.
Oh, it don't matter. But
moving on. Moving on. But no, I think it was a cute movie. I do like Thomas Ian Nichols as a kid in this one. grows up to be an okay actor in a couple of the movies that I like him in, which we'll go over that a little bit later. But a great cast of characters, funny. You kind of see how they kind of extort the kid and sell him to the Yankees, and it's uh, that's just it's a lot of bad shit going on with this kid.
Oh
Just
yeah.
try to make money off of his ability,
It's like
knowing
blank
that his
check.
ability is going to be gone. So,
Almost
but
like
yeah,
Patrick, yeah.
that's no. So yeah, that's my my view of it.
All right, well, ratings. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna give this a good 8.5. I really enjoy this movie. It is so fun. It holds up today, even with the um, older baseball players who aren't playing anymore. I like how Daniel Stern in this movie is
Yeah.
constantly getting locked or trapped. He gets
Yeah.
trapped he gets trapped into the
In the
double
cage.
doors.
Come on, go
Yeah.
team, go team.
I like how he
Fucking
gets trapped in the
goofball.
double doors, the joining rooms in the hotel, and he gets
And
stuck there.
it's not that big. Nobody
No.
can fit through those fucking. The doors are like this big.
Yeah, and he's like, "Uh oh."
I was
But yeah,
like, oh my god, such
I
a
just
goofball in this movie.
I had completely, up until watching it, I had completely forgotten that Daniel Stern was even in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I beamed him once in the minor leagues, and he's been following me ever since. But yeah, I enjoy this
Yeah.
movie. It holds up in my eyes. Steve, what would you rate this movie?
Solid 8. It's a lot of fun. It's a good rewatch. I really enjoyed it. So a solid 8.
Mikey the Freak.
Yeah, I'm the same way. 8's pretty good. Just I related a lot, like I said, when I was 13 when it came out. What kid didn't want to play in the major leagues as a
Right.
damn 12-year-old or 11-year-old?
Even if it is
And
the
throw
Cubs.
yeah, I wouldn't. Back then, Cubs were terrible, even in the 90s. So,
Yeah,
not until they got Sosa in 96 when they started to
and the
play well.
steroids.
And the steroids. Yeah. Yeah. So other than that, yeah, no, a solid 8 also for me. Great baseball movie, fun for the entire family.
Right.
Absolutely.
I do have a little fun facts on this. John Candy, as the radio broadcaster, is actually uncredited in this role. He's not mentioned because he wasn't the original cast in this movie. He was not
Weird
originally
Wink
cast.
Wickelman. He was Wink Wickelman in this movie. That's what it was.
Oh.
Weird.
Weird.
In 1993, Rowan Garner would have been making $109,000 minimum as a rookie baseball player.
Yep. $100,000 was the
Yep.
minimum salary. Yep.
So that $500 being late for practice wouldn't matter to him. Yeah.
No, they find people all the time for stupid shit back then.
Gary Busey was actually clean shaven during this production, and the mustache he is seen wearing is a fake.
Whoa! Could have fooled me.
And that is all I have for fun facts. Steve, what do we have for soundtrack?
Boom. Second time around, performed by Tony Bennett. Get Up by Mike and the Mechanics. You Don't Know What You Got by Karen Young. You Got the Right One, Baby. By Ray Charles. All of My Days by Nade Davenport. And In the Mood by Glenn Miller and his orchestra.
Irresistibly, totally.
Cut.
You really just like the way I say some words, don't you?
Yes.
Because you busted up on you were just laughing at what he does in the movie. You're
Yeah.
In the movie.
a jerk.
Yes, I am. Mikey the Freak, what do we have
Yeah.
for some related reels?
So Steve mentioned it earlier. Thomas Ian Nichols in every American Pie movie. Funny. It's a funny series of movies, American Pie with him in it. Definitely a good watch, every single one of them. So Gary Busey, basically, I liked him in. There's only 3 movies that I really liked Gary Busey in. He was still crazy as hell. The Buddy Holly story, which I thought was a very good movie, a very good rendition of Buddy Holly. Lethal Weapon, he was good in Lethal Weapon, and of course, Point Break. He was good in Point Break as well. We actually did a movie as a movie called Descansos. I kind of mentioned it with Charles Durning. I actually got to measure Gary Busey for a tuxedo, and it was filmed over in Tampa. And at that point, he was still crazy as hell. So that's my little connection with Gary Busey and one of the movies that I was affiliated with him with. And then, of course, Daniel Hedaya, that we've mentioned in several of our podcasts before in 80s and 90s. Addams Family, Clueless, which we've done both in our recent podcasts, and then Usual Suspects, which is always good with Daniel Hedaya. But that's it. That's the three I got.
So I got one. I cannot remember his name. It's Chubbs from Teen Wolf. He makes wrong movie. Wrong movie. I'm thinking of the movie we're doing after this one.
Inside Baseball, double recording.
All right. Steve, where can people find you on your podcast?
Oh, that's the last podcast you'd want. It comes out whenever. Tip the veal, try the staff. Thank you all for coming in. If you didn't, there it is right up there. Better luck next time.
Make sure you check out the Mod Squad Network. We have a horror show, a wrestling show, a movie talk Monday, a gamer show, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. All right, that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Bearded Geek saying, keep it retro, everybody.
Everywhere I look, I'm reminded of her.